Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft. And you may notice that today I am in my branch mine, and that is because since the last episode, it's been a good while. It's been maybe 3 or 4 days and I've been doing a lot of mining and a lot of other things. So let me show you what I got mining. Ton of gravel, dirt and flint, a lot of cobble. These are just my broken tools and bits and pieces that I use for the branch mine. And this is my haul from the branch mine. I got an okay amount of lapis, a lot of redstone, a good amount of diamond, ton of iron, a fair amount of gold, an absolute ton of coal, as you will always get, a couple of bits of obsidian, and 1 emerald. So I'm going to take these up to the furnace room where I can start sorting them out. Oh, look at that, perfect fit. And then we're going to take a look at the finished farms that I was saying I was going to work on off camera at the end of the last episode. So I shall be right back, guys. Alrighty, so before we go ahead and do that, I will break these diamonds and emeralds down with my fortune pick, and we'll see what we get. How many emeralds was that? That was 3. Not got many emeralds, but I haven't done any trading really, so I didn't expect that I'd have too many emeralds at this point. Plus we're not in extreme hills either. So this is a lot of diamonds. I'm very happy to have this amount of diamonds. See how many we get. See the number going up there. It's another 32 diamonds. I have a lot of diamond now. I'm very happy about that. It means that I can continue to use diamond tools for a while. And I didn't even spend that long in the grand scheme of things branch mining. I might have done it for 3 or 4 hours. And that was it, really. And that was with breaks in between. I was doing other things just whenever I had a spare moment. Let's take a look at the farms. I didn't really do anything with this. So this is the finished cactus farm. Very nice looking. I cleaned up all the walls. I made it the same theme as the melon and pumpkin farm. And it's fully grown, so I can show you the harvesting mechanic now as well. Well, apart from one, but well, that's not the end of the world. There's slabs in here so that I can actually not have monsters spawning in here, and I really like this look with the lamps and the inset walls. I really like that. So we have this wooden button here, harvest cactus. There we are. So now I can go and collect all my cactus, and then I just replant when I'm done, really. So this is going to give me access to all the cactus I'm going to need. We'll probably look later on in this series at more automated farms, perhaps at another base when I'm starting to test things more. But this will just cover my initial cactus needs, shall we say. So today's episode we are actually going to be working on the cow and pig farms. Getting those 2 down here. And then after that we will probably look at the chicken farms, and I've got a potato farm to get in here. Cocoa beans and a couple of other little bits and pieces that we've still got to add yet. And get everything that was on the surface completely underground now. So that's going to be the aim for today, and I've got a location all scouted out for that. So let me put my remaining cacti away. And also I built this pathway, by the way. I built this through. It's not finished yet. It just comes around here and it comes out this way. So just a little shortcut if I want to access the farms from a different way. If I'm somewhere else in the base, I can still get access to them easily. So what do we got in here then? We've got some room. I'm currently living off melons at the moment. I guess I could grab some potatoes from upstairs and live off those, but for right now melons have been serving me fairly well. Is that ready for harvesting? I'll probably harvest that as well. Nah, not quite. So yeah, this is what we're going to be doing today. So let's head on over there. So I'm going to be making it in this general area. This is all going to get blocked in. I built the pathway to here. And I'm going to build it in this room. This was where the dirt room was for the mine shaft. And we've got a sort of pre-made start, if you will, to actually getting this ready. And this is a very common design that I'm going to be using for this particular farm. And hopefully it's going to serve me well. So I want this farm to be... I want it to be 10 by 10, I think. I want 4 rows of crops, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Water, 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to here, and I'm going to have to carve this room out a little bit and do a bit of work with it. But other than that, we should be good to go. Really don't need any coal. I have a ton of coal now. So I need dirt, obviously, to fill in this farming area, and I don't have too much dirt. It's one thing that I don't have a lot of, and I would like to have a lot more of is dirt, but no doubt we'll have plenty of dirt in due course, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. We want it to be... It doesn't really matter how long it is, really. I would like it to be fairly long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is, to me, I'm gonna make it 12, I think, and then I'm gonna call it with that. I think that's gonna be enough. Obviously, the middle one is gonna become our harvesting row. I don't know if I already showed off Earth Destroyer, but it has efficiency 4 and breaking 3. So I can just take that dirt out because we're going to have a water stream in here. And this is a very common design. I'm pretty sure that some other people have come up with this before, but I'm just going to do this for convenience. It does the job nicely, and I'll probably clean all that up a bit later. So now I need to kind of get this filled in, and to do that I'm going to have to take this out. And I'm going to get a little cow pixel art, I think, in here, and a little pig pixel art in the pig farm. This particular one is actually going to be the cow farm. So we can carve this out. Gotta love having really good tools and equipment to get these projects done. So while this is currently the entrance, that's probably going to have to move because of the way that things are going to be set up in here. We're going to have pistons and stuff to control the way that the wheat is tilled. So this is going to be a wheat and cow farm, basically. It's going to be 2 in 1, just to save on room. Same with the pigs. It's going to be the same design, but with pigs in it, and that's going to be twinned with carrots. And then potatoes are a bit of an oddity. I'll fit them in somewhere. And then we've also got chickens to get in, which are going to be in their own farm, and sheep, which we've still got to look at, but we'll get to those in due course. Next episode most certainly will probably be the chicken farm. I have something in mind to do that. I've basically almost a fully automated chicken farm. I just have to harvest the chickens every now and then to get the chicken meat. Chicken meat is not as good as steak or pork though, unfortunately, so that would not be the way to go as regards getting an infinite food supply. I do want to go with steak and pork chops as the way to go, so we're going to have to just replace this with dirt. As far as this goes, I want water in here, and we are going to need to make it flow again, and it's easy enough to do that. We're just going to do this, and then it's going to go to a hopper, which is going to go to a dropper, which we can then use to lift it up for harvesting. Where that spider's at? We'll soon find out, no doubt. So this is where the edge of the farm is going to be. We're going to have iron bars across the top here so that the cows can walk over, but I can't end up falling in there by mistake, and the crops will slide through where the iron bars actually are. Now I may not have enough to actually get this done. 7, 6, 5, 4, oh I might. 3, 2, I'll do it with 2 to spare. So that's going to be there. We're going to need our hoe, which conveniently, because we've got water here, should do the job. I'm hoping anyway, but if not, there is going to be water elsewhere. We're going to have pistons extended right here, which block the water, which is going to be behind it. So why don't we carve that out? I want to get the function fixed up before we start looking at the form and how it's going to look. So we can fill that in. So let's just carve this out. What is this? I think that is the furnace room. Fern room? It's the furnace room. So at this point I do want my pistons, and I want them to be not like that. I want them to try and... Can I do it like this? I don't think so. Can I do it like that? No. Okay. I'm gonna have to dig down one then, aren't I? Well, let's just do it on the dirt layer then, I guess. Let's just do this. Try and collect as much dirt back as I can possibly get my hands on, because I don't have too much of it. There we go. So that now I should be able to put this set of pistons in, like so. and we can put the dirt back. So the water is going to be in this block right here. Oh, what's back there? Oh, that's the furnace room. Ooh, this is going to make it tight. Yeah, this is the wiring for the furnace room. Are we going to be able to get this in? If I fill this in and put a dividing wall right here, we should be able to, yeah, we should just be able to cram it in. I'm really happy that we can do that. That is something that I was not initially anticipating. We are going to have to work around a little bit though with the wiring in here. So we've got that set up. So the water's going to sit here, and we're going to add this last. The redstone for this is going to sit upwards. The redstone is going to sit on this row of blocks right here. So do I have any redstone on me? No. But they're going to sit there. So we're going to need to take this out. That's the iron finished that I was cooking up. So that's where the wiring's going to sit, and we should be fine with that. Oh, a ton of cobble, so I'm not worried about losing that stuff. And my only concern is that this is going to kind of look a bit ugly. I really don't know. But let me see. So let's just do this with a lever for now. So that's going to be held back, and then these are going to retract and let water flow in to harvest the crops, which are then going to get sent to the water stream, which is going to go back this way. Now I guess I could, to a degree, hide this by doing something like that. But then that makes this room smaller. I could move further, well, not really. I don't have much room to move either way with this. The crops would still grow, but I'm concerned that I'm not going to have enough room for the animals in here. Well, it's not the end of the world if... I really need to stop saying that, but... It's not a problem if I lose a bit of animal efficiency, because I'm not going to be using that much steak that often. Because when I harvest it, I'm going to have the pig farm as well. I might make that one a little bit bigger than this one, because they act the same as food sources. It's just, I guess, this one's going to be smaller. Yeah, we're going to go that route, I think. Making this a bit smaller, so there's going to be probably the stone or stone bricks or something there, and the pistons are going to be here with the water back there, and the redstone will come back from a lever which is going to be back in a control room somewhere here, where I can have a lookout window, and that kind of puts a whole crushing blow to the pixel art that I wanted to do in here, because now we're gonna get this going on. Well, I guess I could still get it in somewhere, because we're gonna carve the room out, I think, to be a little bit higher. We're gonna have something like this now going on, which I'm not crazy about, but I can live with it. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get this control room carved out, and let's get the wiring in for this half of the pistons. And the control room really needs to sit sort of back here, doesn't it, really? We want the main lever that controls this to be around where I'm stood now. Let's just carve out a little control room. How big is this? 7? Let's make it 7 by 7. Can have some storage in here then and things like that. So let's carve this out. Maybe we'll run into that spider. There we go. think I'm going to go with a stone brick theme in here. Maybe I'll put some clay in here, maybe. I'm thinking possibly putting some clay in here. The hardened clay, I may do some of that in here. Maybe either white or the brown stained clay. That might look nice. So we've got 6. We need to go one further. So we're going to have a window in here over the center of the farm, and we're going to make this, what's that going to make it, 4 high? We might eventually end up going with 5 high, but for right now 4 high will do the job. So let's get this done. There we go. So now we've got a bit more freedom with the window, which I think I'm going to put right here. And then we want the main control to be kind of right here. This is where we want the lever to be. So under that is where the redstone's going to run. Now then, if I do that, I'm going to need to make it 3 wide. Or I could equally put stairs or something there. It doesn't really matter, because I'm going to need to go down yet another one, and I'm going to pick up some wire from the furnace room. And let's just do that. Kind of handy to have it right next to the furnace room so I can get redstone when I need it. And all of this, by the way, I'm going to get rid of. We're going to clean all of that up very, very soon. So we want to do this, and then we are going to have to come through this wall a little bit and fill this out like so. And I kind of want to get sort of into the guts of this a little bit. Let's just put a torch up in here. I'm going to need my coordinates. We are at, what is the coordinate moving? X of -83. So we want to be at X of -83, that's 81. This will be 82, this will be 83. Ah, we're right there. No problem. Oops. We need that, and then it will come around here. And I'm probably going to leave that room there for a repeater so that we can get a buffed up signal strength. Let's just get up in here. Let's tidy this up a little bit. There we go, put some lighting in here, fill that in. We still need to get that piston in there. To do that, I'm going to have to do this, not that. That, and then just dig my way out of here, put the dirt block back. Oh, we've got this above me now. That's okay though. Let's put the dirt block back and then the cobble block back and eat some melon. I really need a better food source than melon. So I have to eat 3 pieces of it. This is a good branch mine food, but aside from that, really, it's not really that useful as a food source. So we want to get rid of you, because we don't need you here. Now we're going to want to get a repeater. And I've either got some smooth stone available, or I already have a repeater crafted up in my storage room. And I'm going to grab some stone brick while I'm over here. So let's just take a quick run into the storage room. Got slabs and stairs. I cooked up a bunch of these if we ever decided we needed them. I do not have one, so we can make one though fairly easily. I just needed a little bit of smooth stone. So why don't we craft up? We're going to need 2 repeaters. Do I have any stored up? No, I used all my smooth stone completely. There's some down in the branch mine, but I'm not going to go all the way down there for it. We can just cook up some fairly easily. So here we go. Take out the iron from there. I'm going to drop a stack in. That'll do the job for now. And while that's cooking up, we can work on the other half. And I'm going to put a window in there just to make it look nice, so I can kind of see what's going on in there. And it'll make a nice little decoration. So now here we want to fill that in. That. We're not ready for the water yet, but we are now looking to get the next row of pistons in. So we want to come just a little bit out here. We've got this, which this part of the cave I have not really explored in much detail at all. This is where a large amount of the unexplored part lies. So we want to kind of fill that in a little bit. For the time being. So we've got some room to work. And I'm probably going to have to adjust some of this over here. Because we've come to the end of the ravine and we're kind of hanging off a little bit. So we want that. I imagine that my smooth stone is cooked up now, or at least there's enough of it to make my repeater. So let's get, yeah, we've got enough there. And I'm going to want a workbench in the room anyway, so it makes sense to craft one now and just get it in there. So let's get you crafted up, and we'll put you on the wall. And I want the redstone repeater. I'm going to make 2. As while we're doing it, it makes sense. Let's get 2 repeaters, and we can give this puppy a test before we get all the water in. So we've got the repeater in there. Yep, now we're going to put an inverter in here, because that's what it needs, because we want that to be the default state, so that we can pull the lever and retract it. So for that we just need a redstone torch, and we're going to need 2 of those. And let's put the inverter right here maybe. That's just a nice little spot for it. Not really actually. We want the torch to be there, but we want the block to be right here. There we go, and now let's make sure that all of the pistons are activated. Yes, they are. We can flick the lever, and they will all raise, and then that's going to let the water flow into the room. So that's that half done, basically. Now I'm not going to put the water in yet, because obviously we're still testing this half of the room. So now we've got a good idea of what I want to do with this. I can go ahead now and start work on this half of the room. And it's going to require a little bit more adjustment. I'm just going to want to get the pistons in here again. There we are. I'll put you here. Let's grab... Why have I only got 8 pistons? I must have... Oh yeah, I just said... I was thinking I was initially going to make it 10, but we've upped it to 12. So I'm going to need a couple more pistons. That's not a problem. We've got the basic line going now. And I'm going to need my last one right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the camera and I'm going to finish these pistons up, and I'm going to test the other half. And then when we get back, I'm going to get the water in here. I'm going to hoe the soil and clean all that stuff up. and hopefully at that point we will have pretty much a working farm. Then we can just work on this little bit right here, and I'm thinking we may separate it up and put the pig farm next episode, even though it's kind of the same thing, but we can work on that next episode instead, because I do need to carve a pathway out here anyway, so we've still got plenty to do. So I'm going to be right back once I've finished up this little farm area here to wrap the project up. So I'll be right back, guys.